Hello, ladies and gentlemen, awesome day on this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday. So let's make a point of today's video. So let's get into it. So guys, today is the Donald Trump 8-month review. Donald Trump's now been president for 8 months. It's been 8. Inauguration day was 8 months from today on Saturday. It's Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025, and it's officially Trump's 8-month review. So congratulations for Donald Trump being in the White House for 8 months. We're going to talk a lot about what's gone right in this administration, what's gone wrong, and yep, let's get into today's video. We'll start with the economy. We'll start with how inflation's doing. Inflation during Donald Trump is down, which is a good thing. During Joe Biden, it was high. So far under Donald Trump, inflation's down. Interest rates are now down, and finally, thanks to Jerome Powell, the head of the Federal Reserve, has finally cut rates. So that's better for the Trump administration. The job report's not been that great, though. We need to get better numbers on that. But I think the jobs report, guys, is mainly because of government, where Trump's abolishing wasteful government agencies and contracts, and also deporting illegal immigrants who worked. So that's kind of the reason why Donald Trump, his economy has kind of struggled, if you ask me. I mean, not economy. Jobs report has struggled through this administration so far. I think it'll get better, though. And then another thing, border. We'll talk about the border. Let's go over to the border section of this review, and then we'll go into foreign policy, Israel, Hamas, and Russia, Ukraine. We'll get into that later in the video. Let's get to the border. The border under Donald Trump is the most secured ever. Yeah, the biggest accomplishment is still the border. The border is secured. There is zero illegal immigrants in the country. When Joe Biden, there was millions and tons of them coming in the country. During Donald Trump, there's been zero illegal immigrants, and now deportations are starting to go up. This is, in my opinion, really, really great news, and thank you, President Trump, for securing the border. That should have been secured, in my opinion, a long time ago, but Joe Biden decided not to secure it. Ridiculous. And now the border topic is done. Let's go over to Russia and Ukraine. We'll start Russia-Ukraine, and we'll get to Israel-Hamas. So, Russia-Ukraine, my personal opinion on this Russia-Ukraine war. It's been interesting, if you ask me. I mean, not a lot of news has come out recently, and there's starting some news that comes out about Russia flying drones over Poland and Brumusium and all that stuff, yeah. I mean, Russia, in my opinion, guys, as soon as Russia starts, bombing Poland, which Poland is a NATO country, if you guys do not know that, as soon as Russia starts, bombing NATO countries, it might as well be World War III. If you ask me, if you start bombing NATO countries, you're pretty much getting all of Europe, including the United States, because the United States is in NATO, into a world war, which is not a good thing, if you ask me. I don't know if anyone's happy for World War III. We do not want that. We want to stay out of World War III. It's kind of why we even elected Donald Trump in the first place. He was going to keep us out of wars. That was his campaign promise, and we'll see what does happen. Also, Trump did get a ceasefire in June about the Israel-Iran stuff. Remember, guys, this is a little bit, I know I'm sidetracking a little bit here, but Israel-Iran I think Donald Trump kind of killed it this decision. Israel-Iran, that situation could have been ending a lot worse than it could have been. So, thank Donald Trump got that thing solved. Israel-Iran, we got a permanent ceasefire to end the war there between Israel and Iran. Crazy stuff there. And also, Trump has also ended 7 conflicts. India-Congo, it's not India-Congo. Well, India and Pakistan, that was back in May. Who else did he ended? Finland, it was Finland and Congo. He ended some other conflicts. I don't remember the countries or the names. I think some of them are in Africa. He ended some long 30-year wars. So, crap it up for President Trump to end that. But let's get back to the Russia-Ukraine discussion. I'm getting a little sidetracked here, so excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get back to the Russia-Ukraine topic. So, anyway, guys. So, Donald Trump's efforts ending the Russia-Ukraine war have been alright. It's been better than Biden. He's selling weapons. Excuse me again. He's selling weapons to NATO and then giving it to Ukraine, which is not a bad idea. Now Trump's starting to put more pressure on Russia, sanctions on Russia, which is a good thing as well. However, there probably needs to be more pressure. It feels like Trump's not put enough pressure on Russia. I know he says it a lot, but we need to actually see some real pressure. I know Trump threatens we're going to have the biggest sanctions on Russia ever, but it feels like none of that's coming true, and we need to see that some come true. I like the idea, but we need to see the results play out. Trump does need to put more pressure on Russia. And also, today Trump did meet with Zelensky at the UN. I believe there's some UN council. Trump met with Zelensky today, the Ukrainian president. Interesting talks going on there between Trump and Zelensky. And also, another thing I have to criticize Zelensky for, I heard something on TikTok about Zelensky saying, oh, we're no peace talk at all. We're just going to continue. Zelensky, if you do that, you're going to get destroyed, by the way. I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you, Zelensky, but you're going to get destroyed, in my personal opinion. You cannot win that war. Russia's got you backhanded. I know. I also heard Ukraine's launching, big missiles into Moscow, the capital of Russia. That's crazy, if you ask me. Anyway, guys, now, we'll talk more about Russia-Ukraine in a separate video. Let's get to the other section. Let's talk about the Israel-Hamas war over in Gaza. And, guys, I think this war, we need to just stay out of. I know. We just need to stay out of this Israel-Gaza war. I think you let Israel do its thing. I think you let Israel do its thing here. Israel's trying to do an operation to actually just take over Gaza. I think you just let that happen. I think you just need to let that happen. I like what Israel's going to do here. I'm not going to talk too much about this video because I've already done that in a previous video, so go check that video out. But I think this war, we need to let Israel do its thing and get Gaza. I heard it's going to take 4 to 5 months, but I think it'll be worth it. However, I don't think Israel's perfect. Even I do have some critiques with Israel. I also have some positives. I don't think AIPAC's really a good thing for our country, not going to lie. I don't like how Israel's paying United States people and Congress people. It's corrupt. I think it's actually crazy. And also the ton of money we send to Israel is ridiculous. But for this Israel-Hamas situation, I think you let Israel do its thing. I don't think we should interfere with this. I think Israel is what Israel did. Is what Israel's now trying to do. I think it's a great thing. They're going to try to take Gaza back in a peaceful way. Well, not really in a peaceful way. Well, I don't know how to explain it to you guys, really. But I do like what Israel's doing here with Gaza. I think it's a good thing. As long as we're not killing innocent people, innocent Palestinian people, I think I'm fine. I think you got to get rid of Hamas immediately. Palestine, I don't have a problem with Israel and Palestine coexisting, but you got to get rid of Hamas. Hamas is not good. They're terrible. They're a terrorist organization. You got to get rid of them. You got to absolutely annihilate Hamas off this earth. That's what Israel's trying to do with this new Gaza takeover, which I still respect. And maybe then Israel and Palestine can coexist. And people who are pro-Palestine, here's what you think, here's what you don't. I'm going to tell you one here. Palestine does not want a two-state solution. I know, I agree, I want a two-state solution too, but you guys realize Hamas does not want that, and they control Palestine. It's not a hard concept to understand, to be completely honest with you guys. But, excuse me, I'm kind of rambling in today's video. But how do you feel about Donald Trump's administration so far? Let me know in the comments section below. I think, this is Donald Trump's 8th month review. Crazy. Donald Trump's been president for 8 months. But I think that's getting off the Israel-Hamas section of the war. So let Israel do its thing in Gaza with Hamas. And I think there's other stuff I could talk about. I think we're going to get more news on the Epstein stuff in October when Bill and Hillary testify for him. Well, they got subpoenas, so they'll be testifying in Congress in October. So we should get some more info about what's going on there with the Epstein stuff. So I'll get a video about that soon. Well, I think they testified late October, which is it's late September right now, so maybe in a little month we'll have some news about Epstein. The way it did Trump home Epstein was pretty disappointing, not going to lie to you guys. I thought it was pretty disappointing. But now, I think that concludes it. Let's get to the final review, shall we? And then into this video. So, guys, drum roll, please. I got Donald Trump's 8-month review. An 8.10 out of 10. I don't remember what we gave him last month, but I'm going to give him an 8.10 out of 10. There seems to be a lot of corrections in this administration. I think he needs to put actual pressure on Russia. Guys, Russia's flowing drones over Poland. Stupid. We need that. It's ridiculous because as soon as Russia starts attacking these NATO countries, it's World War III. It's complete chaos. It's a serious problem. But anyway, guys, would you give Trump's 8-month review out of 10 in the comment section below? Please let me know. Have a great day. Have a great night. Peace out. It'll be Tuesday. Bye-bye.